Good morning, traders. This is Manny Cabrera from MDC Trading Academy with today's pre-market forecast for Wednesday, March the 31st. Unbelievable end of March already. As we begin our analysis this morning, let's quickly jump to our news items this morning. As we can see today, Wednesday 31st, we already had non-farm payroll unemployment change. We went a little under what we were expecting. And we have two good reports coming up, one at 10 a.m. pending home sales and crude oil inventories. What's happening in the markets thus far this week? As we can see, we are pretty much sideways right now, as we've had basically 3 days where the market's been very rangy with lower volume. We're expecting the Biden announcement regarding his spending plan. I think people are just sitting around waiting for that to be unveiled to see what kind of information is going from there, and waiting for the market to try to digest that information before moving forward. But in spite of that, looks like we're going to end up March as an up month for another up month for the year of 2020. Let's jump to our next time frame. Now remember, volume is averaging 1.5, which is good. ATR's at a healthy 58. Although we're moving sideways and a little choppy. That's just the nature of markets, when markets are compressing and markets don't have any kind of information that can lead them to activity. Let's quickly jump at another time frame so you can see exactly what I'm referring to. As you notice, we're right back to our top range. Remember, we've had 3 ranges. We have basically almost 4 ranges, but basically we've moved from range to range, 1, 2, 3, 4, back on this range again. And remember, here's where we are right now. A little compression off the all-time highs, very similar pattern to what we had before, just waiting for this particular pattern to either cause the market to continue higher or the market to come all the way back here and continue lower. Remember, that's what it did the previous time that we were in this area, and then we went sideways for a while, and then boom, the 50% drop, and then climb right back up almost to the all-time highs. Here's our last couple of days as we're just chopping around within the same area. So this is pretty much what we're expecting today in reference to movement. Is it going to bust above it and attempt to reach higher highs, or is it going to move lower? Obviously, the market can remain in this particular posture of sideways movement for a while, but I doubt it. I think there's still a little room for more profit taking after this run to the upside. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how Biden's information can affect this market. Look at another time frame here, which is actually our analysis chart, the chart that we used just before to make decisions in reference to our entries and our management. Here's intraday high, intraday low. Again, market just moving sideways. We can just see how the market is just moving sideways. From yesterday, very choppy in this area, just very choppy. Nothing really very attractive in this market. But then again, here we are, market attempting once again to get to this intraday high. Of course, what can happen here? Market can come, of course, find support here, attempt a continuation. It can fail, or it can potentially continue as holding this previous resistance as support. Or it could move lower to use this line here. This will be our equator, our north-south. We'll be buying this market, coming off this support, selling this market if it breaks clear below this to move lower to potentially get it down there. Of course, we do have a clear support level here. So, and then of course this area kind of moves up here now. This area kind of moves here. So basically that's our range today. That's basically our range today. Our first tests. Here's our first test of the area after we established it. Can it retrace and come back here again? Can it potentially run? Or is it not going to be able to go any further and just move lower to potentially this area here, do the test to the upside, or completely break? So shorts from this line here, from this support here, we're looking shorts to this level here. And of course, the sooner it happens, the more room we have, the longer it takes, the less risk reward we have. So that's basically what we have today. Just be very careful today. The market can get a little funny as it starts trying to digest the information coming out of Washington. Take care and have a great session.